Hi there, welcome. An earthquake shakes the bottom of the water with such force in the middle of the sea that it generates fractures, releasing a brilliant blue light. A couple is ostensibly having fun together when the man shocks his girlfriend with a proposal. Suddenly something draws the man underwater before she can respond. Looking about, the woman is perplexed until she starts screaming when his lifeless body floats to the surface. Soon the killer shows up, an alpha zombie who kills the woman right away. Hunter, Ray, and his niece Jada are having great time fishing when they spot another boat blazing in the distance. Hunter assists in extinguishing the flames right away as they rush over, thereby preventing any major event. Hunter, the local supervisor, grabs mishandling fireworks since they ignited the fire. Blaine finds it offensive when he also chastises the others in the boat for sailing and drinking. A mystery man with binoculars views the blue light sitting atop a rock. Returning to Hunter's group, they resume fishing and Ray hooks something really large on his line. He pulls it out after some effort and finds a deceased person's body looking utterly blue. Investigating under an underwater camera, Jada finds the unusual blue light on the seafloor. Hunter promptly tells the authorities on the radio, and the guys see the blue light on the surface also as Jada covers the body. Jada turns away for 1 second and finds the body vanished. This man attacks her swiftly, seriously hurting her shoulder. He is also a zombie. Ray runs to divert the thing, while Hunter gets his machete and stabs the zombie till it falls. But the monster heals quickly, and Hunter and Ray cooperate to drive him into the sea. Hunter calls her daughter Sam and girlfriend Kenzie in town, asking Kenzie to assist Jada as she is a doctor. Kenzie goes fast to see her spouse, while Sam stays with her pals for a performance. Sam strikes up sparks between Dag, the singer. Ray keeps Jada company as Kenzie and an ambulance pick her up and drive her to the hospital, where she is under doctor checkup. Hunter visits Sheriff Oconee in the meanwhile, and they decide to look at the unusual occurrence together. They grab Hunter's boat and notice the blue glow on the surface right away. Hunter sends the camera once more and finds a crash with a crack radiating the unexplained light. Furthermore unusual is the absence of the plaque with name and designations aboard the ship. Not far by is an odd being swimming about. Hunter tells his experience and says the attacks might be from zombies. Oconee laughs at the thought. Oconee now believes Hunter's account since at that instant a large swarm of zombies shows up in the lake and begins swimming at them. Hunter asks his colleagues to evacuate everyone in the neighborhood, while he calls Kenzie to advise her to isolate Jada. People stare in awe at the sea as they see the water rushing backwards while that tsunami alarm sparks howling on the shore. Hunter and Oconee hesitate when seeing a massive wave full of zombies behind them, even if they want to go back to assist the people. Hunter tries to get the boat moving as quickly as he can while others are terrified about the approaching tsunami, but it still gets caught in the wave and the lads are forced to shelter. The zombie tsunami strikes the coast in a few short seconds and utterly ruins the landscape, leaving zombie bodies everywhere. Hunter and Oconee also make it safely to the shore. Oconee fires his gun on a zombie but chooses to save shots for now. Kenzie tells Ray at the hospital that most of the personnel has been evacuated, thus Jada won't be seen for some time, and she and Ray will have to spend some time under quarantine. Hunter and Oconee try to alert the several survivors back on the shore of the danger, but it's too late. Other zombies are emerging from the sea to attack every person they can reach while the ones that sank with the wave are waking. Most survivors wind up turning into zombies as well, therefore increasing the size of the swarm. Although Oconee and Hunter kill some zombies with their gun and machete, the number of them is too much and people continue to die. Hunter discovers a boat and simultaneously kills several monsters with the engine, enabling a group of people to flee. Sam and her pals try to call their parents while witnessing the attack from a building, but everyone is too busy panicking to answer the phone. Jada wakes up at the hospital barely to die a second later. She wakes up once more as a zombie and starts attacking Ray, but at that moment a doctor walks in and Jada leaps to bite him instead. Ray grabs the opportunity to dash out of the room fast. Oconee kills another zombie with an umbrella back on the beach. Oconee and Hunter decide to flee and fetch reinforcements since, regardless of how many they kill, the numbers keep on rising and the injured zombies still migrate. Suddenly screaming at a presence in the rear when they enter the truck, they are merely Blaine and his girlfriend hiding. The vehicle sets off after the men consent to assist them. The enigmatic binocular man arrives at the beach in the interim and approaches a zombie carrying a crowbar. Kenzie leaves a room in the hospital and finds Jada dead, her entire crew. She is shocked. Jada starts after her, and Ray pulls her into a room and shuts the door while Kenzie runs across the corridor, which Jada starts hammering on. Ray and Kenzie had to start running once the staff sadly also becomes zombies and assists Jada push until they at last manage to break in. Not to mention Jada is still trailing. They make it to another part of the hospital and discover a zombie on a wheelchair. The pair had to keep on fleeing and figure out a means of escape. Oconee and the others arrive at the police station minutes later and dash as fast as they could see more zombies approaching. Blaine sends his lover toward the horde as bait and joins the other inside since the monsters practically reach him. Hunter calls Blaine out for what he'd done while the zombies pound on the windows, which causes Blaine to snap and grab a gun off an officer. He orders the armaments from the armory, and he fires the officer when the others object. Hunter then promptly renders Blaine unconscious as he tries to dash to the armory. Returning to Sam and her pals, they leave the building and begin sprinting across the streets. They have to drive away a zombie, and the horde shifts onto another running group, killing some of its members. A few blocks later, Sam's crew chooses to shelter in a market. Yet, this location is also rife with zombies. Dag trips and damages his ankle. Sam needs to assist him in walking. The group breaks apart right away once the other guy dies. Before Sam and Dag dash to the rear, Tanny pushes a couple zombies aside. Oconee keeps attempting to radio for aid at the police station, but nobody responds. Hunter is not looking as Oconee grabs a letter from a safe labeled Revoke Pharmaceuticals and rips it. Speaking about Hunter, he discovers the ship they observed at the bottom of the water after logging into the Maritime Register. Under Revoke Industries, it is registered. Its status is recovered and junked, meaning the business buried the debris. The zombies at that point at last burst the windows. Thus Hunter and Oconee head to the armory to pick weapons. Hunter grabs a cool sword with a double blade and is more fascinated with the seized artifacts. A handcuffed Blaine begs them to take him too on their way out, but they turn him aside. The two makes their way through the swarm at the door using police shields. Oconee fires the closest ones while Hunter finishes off the bunch arriving from the street with a bazooka. Sadly, the zombies are still moving, and to exacerbate the situation, a second zombie tsunami is en route. The two flee on the truck, and as they pass through the forest they come upon the alpha zombie which they drive over. Still, the monster is really fine. Returning to Sam and Dag, they locate his van in the parking lot where a band member is cold-blooded. He didn't know what was going on. He had the headphones on all through. Before he tries to be a hero, the man unlocks the vehicle for the others. But he dies soon since he cannot battle that many zombies at once. As Sam and Dag lock the doors and attempt to go, the van won't start. Tanny makes it out of town and sprints over the forest, but the undead still trail her. She runs to the front gate when she spots a house far away on the security cameras. Marty sees her on there. This is the enigmatic man from past who has caught a zombie and kept it secret in the basement for study. When she shows him the rear of her head to prove she wasn't bitten, Marty opens the gate at last, seeing she's clean. Tanny runs inside just before the zombies arrive, but today the swarm stands before the entrance. Then Tanny calls her dad, who turns out to be Oconee, using Marty's radio. She asks Oconee to pick Sam from the market and pledges to remain indoors with Marty. Blaine finds the dead officer at the police station and grabs the keys to at last release himself. He discovers his undead girlfriend at the door trying to go, who bites him right away. Dad confesses in the parking lot that he has been slowing Sam down and advises her to go without him. He then gets out of the car via the window and ascends to the roof to begin singing with his ukulele, therefore diverting the zombies. Oconee and Hunter show up at that point. Sam flees toward them while Oconee fires down any creature trying to seize her. The zombies finally find Dag and murder him as Sam leaves with the men. The party then makes its way to the hospital, shutting the door just before the zombies can find them. Sam dashes across a corridor to pick up a phone before hiding in a room since Kenzie is not responding any messages. She asks her mother to locate the speakers on the second level and works through them. Hunter and Oconee begin fighting a lot of zombies attracted by the ruckus using a rifle and the fire extinguisher. Sam doesn't know the phone cord is caught around her leg. Shortly the monsters begin to tug it from outside. With its head breaking the door, a zombie forces Sam to defend herself with a double sword. Hunter simultaneously pulls two wires from the power box and electrocutes a zombie, starting an electrical chain that leaps from one beast to another and kills all. Then Kenzie and Ray show up in the lift. Kenzie swiftly punches down a zombie that gets in her path. Then she meets her daughter at last while the guys lock the undead away. As the group leaves, Kenzie notes that the zombies that arrived with the wave appear different from those who returned with a bite. She ends those persons underwent experiments on. Hunter kills some more zombies outside with his blades so the party can board the truck and at last flee. Moments later they head to Marty's residence, allowing Tanny to see her dad once again. Oconee assures them it's only a scratch and he wasn't really bitten when she notes Oconee has a wound and Marty freaks out. Once everyone is inside, Oconee tries to request backup via Marty's radio, although Marty claims he hasn't been able to get in touch with anyone since this all started. Tanny understands there is some conspiracy behind it since they experienced 2 tsunamis and nobody has come to investigate the area. The undead prisoner grunts and breaks free from its bonds at that same instant. Oconee goes to investigate a noise he hears and discovers the bed empty entering the experiment room. The zombie leaps on him suddenly, and following some fight Oconee gets bitten. He kicks the zombie off him while yelling in agony, and the sound of the monster striking the furniture calls the others. When the zombie hears them, he heads upstairs and finds the boys pushed away battling against Kenzie. Marty kills him right away using his taser. Ray drags Oconee upstairs. Tanny attends to his wound. Hunter links the taser to the sword to create a more potent weapon. Marty confesses he's been testing to find their weakness. The group chastises him for hiding a zombie. Phosphorus liquid found in these zombies explains the glow in the water, and why electricity is the only approach to really stop them. Hunter finishes they have to run power to the river and entice the zombies back to be killed all at once. Marty admits he has a lot of grenades and C4 since they will also have to detonate so it cannot create any more monsters. Hunter leaves to clear the path while the party packs the weapons. The taser doesn't function. The gate opens abruptly, thus Kenzie also comes out to assist. Turning on the wood chipper, she and Hunter start battling the zombies to toss one by one into the chipper to destroy them. Their amazing teamwork will soon see all of the opponents dead so the group may flee. Kenzie tells Hunter, on their way out, he should look after Sam should something happen to her. Oconee stops to rest in a cave shortly after beginning to feel ill. He hasn't turned yet, which is odd. Marty says he wasn't bitten close to his head, hence the virus is taking more time to go to his brain. Knowing the end is approaching, Oconee chooses to come clean about what he knows. A pharmaceutical corporation arrived at this beach 30 years ago to test a novel anti-aging medication aboard a ship free from official inspection. They bought everyone, including the municipal officials, to maintain the secret. Oconee consented to assist since he promised his wife medical attention, but regrettably she passed away anyhow. But the medication created horrible side effects and wasn't really ready for human testing. Hence the firm sent out the personnel and patients before sinking the ship carrying the infected individuals. They eliminated the identification plaque as well since it featured the firm logo. Kenzie believes that were not negative effects and that the company's goals were always those of creating weapons out of people. The zombies locate them at that same instant and attack. While the others flee, Hunter at last makes the taser sword work and starts killing the animals with Marty's aid. Tanny has to leave Oconee on her way out when he passes away at last. She makes sure to leave a grenade in his hand. Hunter and Marty join the others and leave the cave once every zombie has dropped. Tanny sees Oconee waking up as a zombie, and in his last moments of sanity he triggers the grenade before departing. The explosion closes the cave and prevents further zombies from trailing after them. Moments later the group gets to the beach and divides to follow their agenda. Marty also admits he left some C4 in his residence, and now uses a remote to blast it. To reach the wreckage, Ray, Marty, and Tanny board a boat. Tanny advises Marty to hurry since the zombies are swimming towards him, and he is establishing all the connections. While Kenzie and Sam wait by the power box for the proper moment to turn on the electricity, Hunter grabs some cables and carries them to the tidal pools. Hunter then grabs a bike and turns on some loud music, which attracts the zombies toward the beach. Marty leaps in the water at that instant to insert the C4, surrounded by zombies. While Ray wants to assist him, a zombie also boards and blocks his path. Tanny pushes the beast off too late, hence Marty has already been dead. Hunter has to keep on foot after his car gets caught in the sand just before he could reach the pools. Abruptly he is discovered by the alpha zombie, who drags him down. Hunter has to battle the failing taser and the blade with regular hand-to-hand. Hunter kicks him several times to get him off. The alpha zombie disarms him right away and grabs his wrists. Seeing all this, Kenzie runs to free the bike from its muck and turns on the music once more to lead every zombie toward the tide pools. Hunter keeps battling the alpha zombie, and when he is seized by the neck, He utilizes the opportunity to remove a concealed knife and hack off the zombie's arm. Tanny keeps shooting the zombies that attempt to board at the boat. They just keep on arriving. Ray instructs her to flee like her dad would have wished, then hands her a life jacket. She leaps into the sea. Hunter is still fighting the Alpha. He kicks him before getting back the blade. At last, Sam gets the power box to operate, electrocuting all the zombies in one go. The taser then works and he manages to cut the zombie's head off, kicking him simultaneously into the pool. Once Tanny has swum far enough, Ray bids Hunter farewell over the radio and turns on the C4, dying in the resultant explosion. Hunter needs to flee as a massive wave develops and starts towards the shore. A zombified Blaine blocks him, so he grabs tremendous delight in stabbing him with the sword and causes his head to burst. Then Hunter gets away just before the wave reaches the coast. He meets Sam and Kenzie once more, who are tending to Tanny out of the sea. The family watches the Coast Guard ship approaching in the distance while the pair kisses. Thanks for being with us this far. Peace.